What's up, y'all? It's poppin'. It's D. Sorry about my voice. I've lost my voice, but we still pushing through. This video I'm about to react to is by Sloan. It's titled Ariana Grande reveals her traumatic experience working for Dan Schneider and Nickelodeon. What? She finally came out and said something? I know you lying. Let's see what she had to say. Let's watch.
I don't know. I think it just all happened so quickly, and now
he
looking back
going
on
down.
some of the clips, I'm like, that's damn. Like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The craziest part of that is like how many people have to approve it. Like when you start working in
so many
television,
adults. So many
Joe,
adults.
what are you doing here? Oh, he was in her video. I'm like, why am I seeing him a lot recently? But I just reacted to her music video, The Boy Is Mine, and he was in that. But aside from that video, where is the correlation? What did he got to do with?
No, so many adults approved that. So that you're so strong. Like you've gone through some incredible things.
Thank you. I think everyone in this room is very strong.
Oh, she crying.
Ariana Grande said it's time for her to share her experiences at Nickelodeon. She was one of Dan Schneider's biggest stars and was a crucial figure at the network. But now she's remembering some of the bad moments where her creepy boss forced her to suck her own toes, or the times where she had to make inappropriate gestures. So now Ariana Grande is ready to speak out and we are ready to listen. So let's get into it.
Of course you're ready to listen. Your messy ass.
If you aren't subscribed to the description on Nickelodeon. Now, the Quiet on Set documentary has exposed a lot about Nickelodeon and Dan Schneider, who worked very closely with Ariana Grande on Victorious and Sam and Cat. Now, Ariana claims that she is now reprocessing everything that she had gone through at Nickelodeon and probably reflecting on some of those questionable scenes that Dan had put her in. Ariana said, I was 14 and I flew out to audition with Liz Gillis for Victorious, and we were all very excited and we got cast and it was the best news we could hear. But she's recognizing that it was a lot of pressure for someone so young to be out there and to be a child star. And I think she's starting to rethink some of those moments that are so gross to look back on, including the feet and the innuendos. We all know that Dan Schneider has been accused of facilitating a toxic work environment, some inappropriate things, harassment, and racial discrimination. Ariana said, I think we're reprocessing our relationship to it a little bit now, if that makes sense, which I think it does make sense. I mean, everyone goes through their own, journey when dealing with trauma.
But also sometimes you have to grow into an adult to realize, like, wait, looking back, that wasn't right. Because I even do that with like things, not, anything like this, but as far as like things that I thought were funny or things that, were acceptable to joke about, in school or back, when I was a kid, and it's like, wait, that was an issue. And even like the show, Tyra Banks, Top Model, I reacted to that. How people have gone back and like watched that show again and realized, oh wait, this was problematic. Back then, people wasn't saying it was problematic. People didn't have an issue with things until they, get older, you get wiser, and things change, norms change. So you do have to reflect back, like, wait, that was a problem when I was a child. Why was I doing this and that?
And reflecting on the past. And even as an adult, I still have times where I look back and I'm like, you know what? I was a little bit too young in that moment, or I shouldn't have seen that. And I think it just, shapes you as a person, as a parent. And I'm sure a lot of, people who, we've seen time and time again, people who are child stars will not allow their children to go in the same footsteps. Now, Ariana Grande did not name Dan Schneider or name the docuseries, but she added that the environment needs to be safer if kids are going to be acting, which I have heard that there are talks of maybe AIing children, which...
I said that, nigga. You watching my videos? Y'all, I just said that. I swear to God, I've never seen anybody ever talk about that or say that. Because it sounds crazy. And I feel like even when I said it, I had to laugh. Because I'm like, it does sound crazy. But what? Bro, this is the second time today I'm connected. I said this. What video was that? I don't know.
If it looks real and it works, I guess just AI them.
AI those little niggas.
At that point, then just AI the actor.
And this is what I said. You can have a little person actor, because I feel like, AI works better when there's an actual person there, whatever the case. So have a little person and AI, a child's face. on them, smooth out, the rest of their skin, neck, whatever, and then bow, you got an AI child. We don't need no child actors.
AI everything, and then we're all just
y'all
AI,
let me know.
and there's no sense of self. I'm glad at least I got to live a little bit of my life before the AI journey. Like, I love a ChatGPT moment, but I'm scared of how it's going to change everything. But let's go ahead and react to some of what Ariana Grande had to share.
I think we had some very special memories, and we feel so privileged to have been able to create those roles and be a part of something that was so special for a lot of young kids.
Sometimes you gotta
I think we're reprocessing our relationship to it a little bit now, if that makes sense. Yeah. Obviously, my relationship to it. Black child stars who went crazy. Oops. Currently. Yes, that's what I said at the end of that video, bro. And has been changing, and I'm reprocessing a lot of what the experience was like. I think that the environment needs to be made safer if kids are going to be acting, and I think there should be therapists. I think there should be parents allowed to be wherever they want to be, and I think not only on kids' sets. I think if anyone wants to do this or music or anything at the level of exposure that it means to be on TV or to do music with a major label or whatever, there should be in the contract something about therapy is mandatory twice a week or thrice a week or something like that. Now, that is a lot of therapy, but it is important to do check-ins. And I think if Ariana Grande is saying 2 to 3 times a week, then it kind of speaks to how difficult it is. I mean, to be a kid and to be the provider for your family, that alone is so much pressure. And then you've got the public perception and a creepy boss who goes by the name Dan Schneider. Now, I want to reiterate that Ariana Grande did not use Dan Schneider's name. She's been a big Dan defender and supporter for some time, showing up for reunions and, being nice to him over social media. So it is surprising to see that she is now turning a new leaf when it comes to her support for Dan. We saw several different child stars support him, speak out against him, so I didn't know where she really stood. In my contract as a public records artist, I want to see them add moving forward. I need to call Monty Libin about this. Monty, I have an idea. No, but I think it should be provided that if you're going to be doing this on this scale and your life is going to turn into something that it is, if you do it, if it goes well, and if you get to do it and you get to be on the stage at the Grammys and your dreams are coming true, there should be an element that is mandatory of therapy, of a professional person to unpack what this experience of your life changing so drastically does to you at a young age, at any age. I think we all know by now that there are serious implications when it comes to fame. I mean, we've seen so many tragic stories told on this channel alone. I think Ariana Grande really depended on Liz Gillis when it came to this experience on set. They were best friends. They got to, support each other. And it seems like they had it a little bit easier. Keep in mind that Liz Gillis tried to cease and desist me because I had exposed how one of the employees on Victorious essentially groomed her. She would argue that that is not true, but we have a video talking about that if you want to go and check it out. Ariana went on to praise the cultural shift that is happening in which toxic environments are being addressed. She recalled that while working as a young performer, there's a strange pattern that occurs where it's really taken advantage of how much it means to the young performer to get a laugh. Almost like a show monkey or a performer monkey, that they'll do anything for good praise. That they would go on that set and do anything to make Dan laugh, even if it was semi-inappropriate. During the Quiet on Set docuseries, footage from Victorious was played as examples of how some of the content was inappropriate. Although Ariana Grande does not reference any of the scenes in particular, she did admit that she's upset when looking back at some of the clips. And there's also a strange pattern that occurs where it's really taken advantage of how much it means to the young performer to get a laugh from Video Village. You're like, shit, I'm doing something great. Like, this is funny. This is good. Yeah. So it's interesting because I think that was, speaking specifically about our show, I think that was something that we were convinced was the cool thing about us, is that we pushed the envelope with our humor, and the innuendos were we were told and convinced as well that it was the cool differentiation. And I don't know. I think it just all happened so quickly, and now looking back on some of the clips, I'm like, that's damn. Like really?
Yeah.
And shit! Like if my daughter, you know, sorry to,
no.
you know, I just you think about it. It's like if I had a daughter, it's like and. Yeah.
The craziest part of that is like how many people have to approve it. Like when you start working in
so many
television,
adults,
so many adults,
45
adults at least.
so many adults approved that. So
there's a bottom line, and then the things that weren't approved for the network were snuck onto like our website or whatever it was.
Probably.
That is another discovery, but going into it, I guess I'm upset.
Yeah.
But you know,
you're so strong. Like you've gone through some incredible things. And I just feel like great.
But them saying that, I think it points out that this doesn't mean that she's against Dan or for Dan or whatever. Because, like they said, this had to get approved by several different people. So it wasn't just him that was, you know, the cause of all of the inappropriate things that took place on Victorious.
This has to be one of.
But of course, he was like the main face of it and like the main person. But it's like all of these adults involved were terrible.
Attributes as a person, like you seem to
that's
handle
so
things
nice.
with grace.
Sorry.
Yeah,
That's nice. Thank you. You got me. Thank you. That's nice.
it's true. Yeah.
Thank you. I think everyone in this room is very strong.
Wait, that is some tea, because Ariana said that the clips that were not approved to go on the show were then snuck online. And I think I know what she's talking about. And there is a reason why she's getting so emotional there. Let me remind you that there was The Slap, which was an internet show that Dan Schneider did. And there are so many weird moments involving Ariana Grande.
That could never happen, because your uvula is that swingy thing in the back of your throat right here. I'm soaking wet! Quick, somebody bring me the ocean! Have you ever tried to get your whole big toe in your mouth? Check this out. Sometimes I wonder if you can get juice from a potato.
Oh, this wasn't on Victorious? I thought it was.
We're done. You guys get the point. Of course, Ariana Grande is crying. Look what this man did to her. This person wrote in the comments, hearing them all struggle with the Nickelodeon situation hurts, to be honest. It's sickening. Another person wrote, oh my gosh, when she was talking about Nickelodeon, you could see the bad memories come back. Another person writes, Arthur has been suing the makers of Quiet on Set and trying to defend his name, though with updates like this, it doesn't look like it's going in his favor. And
good, bring him down. This lighting is so bad. Sorry about that. But yeah, she didn't really spill any major tea, but it's not like I really expected her to. Like, she's such a big celebrity. Like, I just don't see her coming out and exposing all, you know. I just don't feel like she would do that, to be honest. But I mean, she said a lot without saying a lot. So it does seem like this definitely affects her, and she suffered some type of trauma to some degree. So I hope that she heals from this, because it is unfortunate. But yeah, Dan will go down eventually for this, I'm sure. Y'all let me know what y'all think, though. Let me know what the videos you're going to watch, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.